Okay, time to go over the lesson for today. Okay, if you are not looking, you're not listening. We are going to start with conversions. Now, I will provide you a conversion chart or at least a note in like the corner of your screen when there's something you need to know. Okay, when there's something you need to know, we are going to look at what our conversions are asking us to do. So the first conversion that we're going to need to know is that 1 pound, LB means pound, is 16 ounces. Okay. That is up on the wall if you need to look at it, but that's also on our conversion charts. But Miss Hughes will give it to you today. Okay. She's going to give it to you too. She's going to be nice. I want to know what 1/4 of a pound is if I write it in ounces. Now, you guys have done this before. Miss Hughes used to stand at the front of the room and take one of her arms from her chest, and she would go, oh, I'm going to pick the units over here and the number over here, convert that, and then put them back together. I don't know if you remember she used to do that, but I did. I used to always use my arms. So now you guys are going to be using arrows, okay? So we're going to take 1/4 over here, and it's 1/4 of a pound, 1 lb. Okay, 1/4 of a pound. Now, in order to figure out what 1/4 of a pound is, we actually need to change 1 pound into the other unit, which is ounces. Okay, so I'm looking for fourths. Here are fourths. I'm only looking for one of them. So what is 1 pound? Go back to your unit conversion and change 1 pound to 16 ounces. So in my equation, and what I'm trying to do mathematically, I'm going to change 1 pound to 16 ounces, and then I can multiply it by a fourth. Okay, so a fourth of a pound is the same thing as saying a fourth of 16 ounces. That is review. This situation right here is review. That is something we did a long time ago. Now, what we want to do next is what we did yesterday, which is we want to take this and rewrite it so that the things in the numerator are all together and the number in the denominator is the name of the parts. Well, 1 times 16 is 16 fourths. What is 16 divided by 4? 16 divided by 4 is 4 ounces. So that means 1/4 of a pound is 4 ounces. Okay, 1/4 of a pound is 4 ounces. So today, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be using the strategies that we learned yesterday, where we maybe multiply first and then divide, okay, to do something that we used to do with conversions, which is we took what we were told and we split it up where we took the number to one side, look at the number bond I'm making, and the unit to the other side, and then we converted it and put it back together. So this is stuff that we've done in the past, and we're showing how what we did in the past is useful with the math we're doing today. Okay, so let's look at another one. Let's look at another one. I'm going to start with a cloud in the corner again to remind us of our conversion that we should know. I want to talk about feet and inches. Can someone raise their hand and tell the class how many inches are in a foot? 12. Very good. 12 inches are in a foot. So we're going to remember that when we do our math. Now, I don't want a whole foot. I want 3/4 of a foot. And when someone goes, well, what's 3/4 of a foot? I go, well, it's in inches. Let's find out. Notice inches are smaller than feet. So if I have fractions of a foot, fractions are small pieces, I can find inches. So again, what are we going to do? We're going to take the number to one side and the unit 1 foot to the other side. Okay. As always, this basically means that I have something called a foot. And I broke it into how many pieces? How many pieces are we breaking the foot into? Good. 4. 1, 2, 3 lines make 4 parts. Follow-up question. How many parts am I looking for? Raise your hand. Good. 3. I'm looking for 3 of the 4 parts when I break that foot up. Now, the next thing I need to think about is the conversion. So I've split them up, but I'm not looking for 3/4 in feet anymore. I want to change the unit from feet to inches. What is feet to inches? Good, 12 inches. So I'm going to have to change 1 foot to 12 inches, and now I can put it back together. All right, so that is old information. Now we need to look at what did we do yesterday? Well, everything is going to be a fourth, and the 12 is going to go in the numerator with the 3. Okay, by a show of hands, show the sub. Who would like to multiply first? Who would like to divide first? Okay. For the people that want to multiply first, we're going to do 3 times 12, okay? 3 times 12 is 36. And then we'll divide by 4. For those who want to divide first, we're actually going to see that 3 divided by 4 doesn't work. So we'll try 12 divided by 4. That does work. 12 divided by 4 is 3 wholes. My new equation, if I divided first, was 3 times 3 over 1. In both cases, I get 9. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 3 times 3 over 1 is 9. So 3/4 of a foot is 9 inches. That goes right here. Okay? 3 copies of 3 inches. For a total of 12. Yep. Okay. So we're going to do one more problem, and then you're going to do some on this Nearpod by yourself. Let's review the steps that we did before we do the next one. Step number 1 was we took what we were told and we made a number bond to separate the number from the unit. That was step 1. Step 2, we converted the unit. We converted the unit. Step 3, we rewrote the equation and chose how we were going to solve. We did a number bond to separate the number from the unit. We converted. And then we solved. That's supposed to be an S. Solved. Okay. So one more I'm going to show you, and then we are going to move on to you doing it. So if you're worried, I would probably pay attention right now. Now would be a good time to pay attention. So again, Miss Hughes is being super helpful today. Okay, she's going to tell you that the unit we're going to start with is a year. And I want to know how many months are in a year. Someone can raise their hand and tell the class. 12 months are in a year. All right, well, what if I shouldn't say someone had a baby and they are 2/3 of a year old? How many months old is that baby? Probably cute, but we're trying to figure out how old it is. So again, what was step one? What was step one? Okay, we're trying to figure out how many months old this baby is. It's 2/3 of a year. Okay, fun reminder. Step one is creating a number bond where we separate the number from the unit. Okay? Does anyone remember what step two is? Step two is the actual conversion. So 2/3 is not going to change. I still am talking about 2/3. I'm still talking about this piece right here. Okay. But I don't want my units in years. I want it in months. So I'm going to change 1 year. And instead of talking about it as a year, I'm going to talk about it as a month, 12 months. Okay. There's another step. Now I need to solve. I'm going to put everything in the numerator that goes in the numerator, which means the 12 is going to join the 2. 2 times 12. From here, you can either multiply first or you can divide first. Okay? If you multiply first, you're going to do 2 times 12. Give yourself a second to think. What is 2 times 12? 24, Miss Hughes. Good job, everybody. And I will divide second. Okay. What happens if I divide first? Can I do 2 divided by 3? No. Can I do 12 divided by 3? Yes. What is 12 divided by 3? 12 divided by 3 is 4 wholes. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay, so that means I have 2 times what? 4 over 1. So that 1 is gone. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to ignore it, and I'm going to get my answer. Here we go. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. How old's that baby? 8 months. That's an 8-month-old baby. Okay, on your screens, you will be solving 2 more problems from yards to feet and hours to minutes. Okay, and I will, of course, include the unit up top for you. Okay, when you're finished, there will be more work to do in the rest of the Nearpod. Okay, but I want to see your writing when solving these problems. Just a reminder one last time, you are going to separate the number from the unit. You're going to convert the unit, and then you're going to solve. That's it. Okay? Okay. Let's go ahead and get you started. Good luck, please.